The New York Giants just got some clear direction post-NFL Combine. Let's talk about it. My name is Paul. This is Big Apple Sports. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you very much. Please just take a quick second, like and subscribe. Does me a huge solid, and I'm trying to build an awesome community here of Giants fans, so don't miss out on being a part of that. So, NFL Combine Week is wrapping up here. A few people still finishing up their workouts as I record this video, but after hearing a lot of the rumors about the Giants this week and seeing some of the people that they're targeting in the draft, I have now updated what I think the Giants are going to do this offseason. So I did a full mock offseason just to, for fun to see what I think the Giants could potentially do this offseason using a lot of those rumors. So as you're watching this, if you disagree with anything, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you would do differently. I'm not one of these people who my way or the highway, I like to shove my opinions down your throat. No, I like to talk things out. I've had viewers change my opinion on things. So hit me up in the comments if you disagree. Let me know what you like, and let's dive on into it. So first thing I did is I went through and I cut some of these players that are expected to get cut. Bobby Okereke, that was kind of the big news today that I think we all kind of saw it coming, but it's being officially reported that it is very likely at this point. Some of these other guys are also very likely as well. I restructured a few contracts. You will see there are a couple guys who aren't on the Giants who I restructured. Those were some of my trades. I traded a third-round pick to the Browns for Denzel Ward. It sounds like I think that's actually the early fourth-round pick the Giants have. It sounds like he's a potential cut candidate for the Browns just because of the money that he is owed. And so I think the Giants should pounce on that. He's a great corner, and I would love to see them go for him and then restructure him. And then I did the trade that people have been talking about all offseason, Kayvon Thibodeau to the Bears for DJ Moore. There's been reports this week that they don't think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to get much value. And maybe draft pick wise, it's just tough to know. But if after seeing this Jermaine Johnson to T'Vondre Sweat trade the Jets made, there's just no way that Kayvon Thibodeau doesn't have any value. I just had ChatGPT quickly compare the two of them so I could have the stats side by side. Not only was Kayvon Thibodeau a much higher pick, higher ceiling, but he's got 10 more sacks in his career. His best season was far better than Jermaine Johnson's. And he's going to get more than Jermaine Johnson did. And Jermaine Johnson was just traded for a recent second-round draft pick who is going to be a quality starter for the Jets. So I think it is completely realistic for the Giants to get a guy like DJ Moore, who the Bears might be looking to move on from. I re-signed Jermaine Illuminor. I think he's going to be our best option at right tackle. Re-signed Micah McFadden. Hopefully he gets healthy. Then I went after Hollywood Brown, Tyler Linderbaum. And then with some of the money I freed up, I went for another Bear in Jaquan Brisker. I think he would be a perfect safety. He's super physical, is good in coverage, but also can crash down and help in the run. And then I signed the Raven, Draymond Jones, to be one of the edges in this new 3-4 defense, where you're more you're listed as an edge, technically like a defensive end, but you're really more of an interior defensive lineman. He's got that size and was a good fit in the Ravens scheme. And then going for Brisker is kind of where I pivoted from where I was pre-Combine. After watching the Combine, I'm officially Team Sonny Styles. My goodness, the guy is an absolute freak. He's 6'5", 244, I think is what he was officially listed at. Sorry, I don't know why that article was being weird. 6'5", 244. But he ran a 4.46 40-yard dash, which is absolutely absurd. And he had a 43.5-inch vert. These are Calvin Johnson-style athleticism numbers and size, and you put him at linebacker. Just incredible skills. Was a several-year starter at Ohio State. Has a dad who won the Super Bowl, so he's got that NFL pedigree. And I think he is the way to go in the draft now. And he's also somebody who potentially you could trade back and get. I don't know how truthfully realistic that is. I was able to pull it off. Not entirely sure the Giants will be able to. Some other things that I did based on the combine. I've always been a big D'Angelo Pons guy. I mean, I think going after players who were clearly on the best team in the country is always a good spot to start. A lot of people were unsure of D'Angelo Pons because he's only 5'9", but then he leaped 43.5 inches and showed why. Yeah, that's why he was able to cover so well in college despite being short, is because he's jumping more than enough to make up for a little height deficiency. Good luck throwing it over our new linebacker and corner, who both have 43.5-inch verts. And then I went offensive guard with the other second-round pick. And then this is a pick that was also based on combine. Another big rumor we've gotten over the course of this week is that the Giants are going to take a big-time swing at a running back. And I put out a video the other day. I don't want it to be Jeremiah Love. I don't. You can't, when you have so many, I think he's going to be a star. I think he will be a star. This isn't a Jeremiah Love hate video. But when you have so many other needs, I just don't think you can target running back that high. We saw it fail with Saquon Barkley. I feel like we saw it fail last year with Ashton Genty to the Raiders. Mike Washington actually beat the 40 time of Jeremiah Love at the Combine. Everyone was wowed by his. I think he did a 4.39 or something crazy like that. But Mike Washington was 4.37. He also, he averaged 6.5 yards per carry in college. He will be a high-end running back. I think him and guys like Katron Allen and Nick Singleton, both of them out of Penn State, these are guys that you can get in the third or fourth round, and they're not going to be, they might not be Jeremiah Love. I think he's a Saquon Bijan caliber player. But I think these are guys who you combine them with Cam Scadaboo and Tyrone Tracy, and you are going to have a top-end running back room without having to give up that fifth pick on it. And instead, you can use it on a guy who can completely transform your defense. Then Zane Durant out of Penn State had a pretty crazy combine as well. He looked really impressive. I think he'd be a good developmental guy behind Draymond Jones, to potentially replace him after he trades. I like Eric McAllister out of TCU. We wouldn't need another wide receiver after signing DJ Moore and Hollywood Brown, but he's a good developmental guy. And then I did add another edge. I gave up Kayvon Thibodeau. I really like this guy out of Iowa. He didn't have a super fast combine, but I think he'd be a good physical third down rusher. And then just a little, you never can go wrong drafting a Wisconsin offensive tackle or a Miami safety. So I added a little depth at those positions. And then all in all, it really filled out this roster nicely. For some reason, this website doesn't put some of my rookies in the new depth chart. But if you can roll out with Jackson Dart, Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scadaboo, and Mike Washington out of Arkansas at running back, and then have Neighbors, Moore, Hollywood Brown, Darius Slayton at receiver. That's going to be an elite receiving core. One thing I missed out on, after signing a few of these guys, I wasn't able to get. I would like to see Isaiah Likely at tight end. And possibly if in the second round, I really liked Eli Stowers out of Vanderbilt, had a pretty crazy combine. I could see him being a second round draft pick target. But that's the one area I definitely should have added somebody at tight end there. And then I think I went for Tyler Linderbaum at center, and I think Emmanuel Pregnon out of Oregon is an immediate plug-and-play starter, and you have a very good offense for Jackson Dart to build around. And then defensively, I think Draymond Jones, Dexter Lawrence, and either Darius Alexander or Zane Durant or whoever we want on the defensive line there would be great, with Brian Burns and Abdul Carter coming off the edge, Sonny Styles as the new captain of our defense, Paulson Adebo, Denzel Ward, D'Angelo Pons is another one. For some reason, he's not showing up in my depth chart. And then Drew Phillips. That is a very good secondary, especially with Jaquan Brisker now at safety. So if they were able to pull this off, I would be thrilled. Like, I think after the combine, these are some of the guys you need to target. It fits with some of the rumors we've been hearing about the Giants. It seems like a Kayvon Thibodeau trade's likely. They want a big running back. I think all these are things that the Giants definitely could be going for. So you guys, let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts on all of that. Let me know what you would have changed. And then don't forget to just like and subscribe on the way out.